What's up and welcome back to another video, guys. Today I'm going to be reviewing set 75333, Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter. This set has 282 pieces and 3 minifigures. It released on August 1st of 2022 and it is still on shelves today in October of 2024. Now without further ado, let's get right on into this review. Now, I want to start off by looking at the minifigures, as I do believe that they are the main draw for this set, starting out with Obi-Wan Kenobi in this very nice Episode 2 style. I think this actually turned out really good in my opinion. I really like the printing on the robes. You have the brown robe on the outer layer, which goes all the way around and has a seamless transition over to the legs, which I really like. This is one case where I think the two sets of printing on the legs and torso comes together really nicely. And then you have the nice tan robes underneath. Overall, I think the front printing on this is really good. I really like that belt, and there's some really good depth in the front printing of this minifigure. Coming along to the back, not much going on. It's very basic, and that will lead me to a point later on that I want to talk about. But first, I want to talk about the headpiece on this guy. I think overall, really good printing. I mean, it's very similar to what we've seen already. You have this face right here, and then you also have an alternate face with these small little comlink piece where he can talk when he is in his Starfighter. Two pretty generic facial expressions, but overall, I think they're both really good. And then you just have the normal Obi-Wan Kenobi hairpiece that we get with pretty much all of our Obi-Wans. Overall, really good. Now you also get a helmet in this set, not a helmet, a hood. You get a hood in this set as well, which works really nice, and in my opinion, it goes really well. I think the use of the newer hood here is really great because it kind of comes and flows to where the robes are and connects, and it looks really nice in my opinion. Now, I think the biggest shortcoming with this minifigure is the back printing, and I have the remedy to fix that, which unfortunately LEGO, I guess, didn't think of or didn't want to include because it would be extra money, and it's just throwing a cape on. I think they easily could have just given Obi-Wan a cape and this minifigure would have been perfect, in my opinion. Now, I understand if they gave him the cape, you would have to take it on, put it on and take it off if you wanted to put him in the ship, but that's kind of what they have going on with the hood already. They want you to have him in the ship with the different hair and not the hood, so you're already removing pieces and putting other ones on, so you may as well go the whole 9 yards and give him the cape too, because now that, you know, excuses the poor back printing and just makes this figure look even better. And in my opinion, this could have been a perfect minifigure, but even without the inclusion of the cape, I think this minifigure was very good. The next minifigure in this minifigure lineup is R4, and this is nothing special that we have not seen before. I'm pretty sure this is the same version of R4 that we get in all of the other sets. There's some nice printing on the head all around. No back printing on this bad boy though, unfortunately. Overall, it's an astromech droid. I think it's fine, but it's nothing special to me. Now we have what may be the main draw to this set for most people. We have Taun We, a very nice minifigure that I'm super happy that we got, because I feel like we would not have been able to get this minifigure without this set, which is unfortunate, which I'll talk about later about some other sets they could have put out with this. But overall, Taun We is looking really good. I really love the headpiece and just the neck piece that all comes together really nicely. You have that nice band that goes all the way around the head, and that all around printing on the head is kind of uncommon for LEGO Star Wars, so it's nice to get. I really like the eyes on this minifigure as well. They've done very well, as well as the mouth and the nose. Moving on, the torso is basic, but it gets the job done, and I think it does look really good. It does have those little hollow things on the side to, you know, emphasize the waist, but I do think it looks a little odd when it goes from that to the skirt. I feel like they could have done a little bit of work down there as well with the printing, but overall I think it looks really good. And as we move along to the back, there's actually some really nice printing on the back in my opinion. You have those nice little circles on the back of the skirt, and then you have kind of similar printing on the front of this torso. I mean, on the back of the torso. And overall, I think it's a really great minifigure, and I'm super happy that we ended up getting her in this set. Now moving on to the build for this set, and I think it's pretty good. Now there are a few things that I'm not a big fan of that we'll get to, but first I want to take a quick overview. I think this overall shape is really good, and I think it's an improvement on some of the previous Jedi Starfighters that we have gotten. Now, the first kind of issue for me are these weird gaps right here where the wings or little side parts connect. They connect using some little Technic connections, so it's very unfortunate that that gap is there, and I kind of wish that LEGO would have done something, because it just makes it look not good if you're displaying it like where you can see it head on. But other than that, keeping it on the side I think works pretty fine. Now there's also as you come along to the back, I think the back was done very well here with the thrusters and the fin coming together, and there's a lot of good detailing. However, this set, for a small $30 set, has a lot of stickers. There are tons of stickers in this set that may be a push away for a lot of you guys who don't like stickers, but it wasn't terrible, but there are a lot. I figured I would let you know because, yeah, there's a substantial amount of stickers. Now, you can actually have some other little features on this, play features. The first being, well, less of a play feature and more of, you have a little swivel right here to put R4's head on, which I kind of like that they do that. I will say it just looks really bad without R4 there. So I kind of wish that they would have included a secondary R4 head so you could, you know, have your minifigure but also have the set look good. And then you have R4's body without the head, and actually they have a spot for you to store that. This kind of front pops up just like that, and then you can stick R4 right on in there, and then you can close it up, which is actually really nice. It's nice to have storage for R4's body so you're not just stuck with a headless droid in your collection. So I think that is a really nice feature. I'm a big fan of that. And then you also have these small little satellite right here on the side, which I was really happy that they included so you can recreate that scene from episode 2. And it does swivel around quite nicely. It's not really great, it comes off easily, but I'm very happy they included this, and I think it turned out really good. Now, you also have some stud shooters right here on either side, and I think they're okay. They do kind of take away from the sleekness of this build, but you can easily just take them off if you don't want them, and then you know how stud shooters work. You just hit them, and they shoot out just like that. Overall, very nice build. There's a few other things. I want to get into the cockpit real quick, but first, you got to put your lightsaber somewhere, which we actually do have spots right here on the bottom for. You have these small clips right here where, you know, you can just take the lightsaber, clip it on just like that, and then you can put Obi-Wan in your cockpit, which is a pretty spacious cockpit, which I'm actually a big fan of. There's not really a tight fit, well, maybe a little bit, but you can see he just goes right in there onto those studs. You can either have his hands facing out, or they can also fit facing down, and you just close them up just like that, and then Obi-Wan is in your Starfighter. Overall, big fan of this build, and I think it's a very solid one. Now, I want to move on to my overall opinion and price on this set. Now, this set is $30 USD. However, you can frequently find it on sale right now for about $23 and maybe a little less depending on where you're looking. And I think it is a very good deal. However, when looking compared to some of the previous ones, like the Anakin's Starfighter, which I believe retailed for $19.99, shows the difference. That wasn't too long ago from when this was released, and is it really $10 more added value to get the Taunwi minifigure? And also, they have done some other stuff? Given this set came out on the anniversary of episode 2, I feel like they should have done a little bit more, and I think the glaring thing that's missing from this set, from that scene that they're trying to get you to recreate on the back of the box, is Jango Fett. I think if they added a Jango Fett minifigure in this set, it would have been perfect, in my opinion. There would have been, other than the issues that I have with the build, I think the set would have been perfect, and I think it would warrant the $30 price tag. However, for $30 for the 3 minifigures, one being a astromech droid, I don't think that that is great. I think we should have gotten this other minifigure. I think we should have gotten the Jango Fett. Now, I do know, I don't actually know for sure, but this set was actually extended a year. It was supposed to retire, and it got extended on shelves again, and it didn't have the Jango Fett. And now, with the knowledge that we have now, we know that there is a Jango Fett Slave 1 UCS coming out, and that may be the reason that there wasn't a Jango Fett in here. Do I think LEGO was thinking that far ahead? No. Do I think it was like a really handy coincidence that they ran into? Probably. Or maybe, you know, maybe they had this planned out. They were one step ahead of us this whole time, but they extended this because it will be in scale with the Jango Fett Slave 1 in the UCS form. So that is nice, and I guess we'll finally get our Jango Fett to go alongside this. It's just a shame that it's going to come out in like a $260 set instead of just having it thrown in this $30 set. But overall, I think this set is very good. I think for the $30, I would not buy it for the $30 at this point in time. I would look, I'm pretty sure right now as I'm making this video, it's on sale multiple websites for $23.99. So I think that is a more acceptable price. Overall, I think this was a really good set. I'm a big fan of it, and I'm happy that we got it. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe. Drew signing out.